Hi everyone, it's John from What Up. Welcome back to another video. Yesterday, Wheel of Time on Prime announced 6 new cast members. Now, 5 of them we already knew the actors and actresses involved with the production, but we weren't sure of which roles they were playing. There was a lot of speculation and roundabout thinking, but we didn't have official confirmation until yesterday. The 6th, however, no one saw this one coming at all. So we didn't know who the actor was, we didn't know they were attached to the project, and we didn't realize they were playing this certain character either. So in this video, we're going to go through all of that. Now also, stay tuned at the end of the video for my community section because I'm featuring Weaves of the Wheel. They are an Instagram community dedicated to all things Wheel of Time, and they're pretty neat, so stay tuned for that at the end. Now, before we get started, spoiler warning. In this video, I'm going to be talking about castings for the first season of The Wheel of Time. So if you haven't read at least up to the end of The Eye of the World, be forewarned, I may spoil small scenes from that book for you when we talk about the cast members and where they fit into the first season. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get on to the video. So, Wheel of Time on Prime announced a few cast members that we previously had kind of known about. So, they were scooped by either articles or people online or YouTubers or websites, but they were never officially announced by Wheel of Time on Prime. So, yesterday during Wheel of Time Wednesday, during the actual Wheel of Time reread that they're doing on Twitter, so if you haven't followed Wheel of Time on Prime on Twitter, they're doing a reread once a week. So, every Wednesday they do a couple of chapters, they ask everyone a few questions, and then we go through and you answer them, and there's polls and things, and they generally just kind of interact. So if you answer some of their questions, they'll get back to you sometimes. They'll actually talk to the fans, which is pretty neat. But a part of that this week, which is something they haven't done before, is actually releasing castings, which is pretty neat. And these castings were actually had a little bit to do with the chapters that we talked about yesterday on Twitter, which was, again, a really good tie-in for Amazon. It was a really smart thing to do. So, Abel Cawthon, which is Matt's father in the books, is played by Christopher Sharif. Now, I'm going to mispronounce a lot of these names because I'm terrible at pronouncing things. It's just the way it is. However, he was previously kind of scooped by Whetstone. Now, we kind of knew that he was playing Abel Cawthon, but we didn't know for 100% sure. It was on his CV, it was in numerous other places on the internet, and I think I speculated on it in a video quite some time ago where we talked about how he was playing Abel, but it wasn't officially confirmed. But he is actually playing Matt's father in the series. So he is an English actor that has been acting since 2003, so he has a lot of experience. You may recognize him from the sequel to 300, as well as Skyfall. So he's been in some fairly big productions, as well as some smaller TV stuff and smaller movies as well. He has a lot of experience, and I think he's going to play Matt's father really well in the series. Now, in the first book, which, I mean, as far as we know, the first season is mainly just going to cover the first book, at least anyway. We don't see him very much. We only see him in a couple of chapters, and then he's referenced later on, but he does come back on later in the series. He's one of those characters that has a few reoccurring roles later on. So I don't know how difficult that will be for this particular actor to do that 2 or 3 years down the road, come back for a few episodes here and there. But here's hoping that Amazon has that all figured out. I imagine they do. All right, let's get on to our next casting. So the next actress we have is Juliet Howland. Now, she has been cast as Natty Cawthon, which is Matt's mother in the series. Again, this is one of those characters that we see very briefly in the first book, but she does have a recurring role later on where she comes back occasionally within the book series for a chapter here and there, but nothing really major. Now, Juliet Howland has been acting since 2001, and she's also a talented musician and composer. So there has been talk that maybe we might get to hear her sing or play while on screen, which would be that would be really neat actually, because she is a really talented composer musician. Now, with Juliet Howland, it was one of those castings as well that a while back there was a lot of speculation. We knew she was attached to the production. Her CV had said that she was playing Natty Cawthon, but no one was really sure because Amazon was completely silent about it. They didn't want to actually say anything about the role. So now we have final confirmation that she is playing the character, and I do have really high hopes that she'll do really, really well at it because she has acted in just a metric ton of stuff. And I don't know what else to say, but she's a really good actress, and her experience behind her is one of those things that Amazon seems to just go for, is the experience to help out their younger cast members. So that's, to me, another big win in Amazon's books. All right, so our next casting is Sen Buie. So this was one of the best kept secrets that Amazon had so far. Now, truth be told, there are a number of castings that Amazon really has not told us anything about. There's zero leaks, there is a whole lot of speculation, but no one really knows a lot about a whole lot of characters in the series right now. And Amazon is being very tight-fisted with information because, I mean, let's face it, they want to do things like this where they release it on their own terms where they want to. Now, Sen Buie is played by David Stern. Now, David Stern was born as David Stone in the UK, so he's an English actor, and he's been acting since 1964. Now, that's a long time acting. So this man has a lot of experience. More experience than, I'd say, the Mansfield 5 combined. So there's a lot of acting experience in that little noggin of his. So with him, you may recognize him from a few big productions in the last little while. So Wolfman, as well as A Knight's Tale. Now, he played a retired knight in A Knight's Tale, and he played Mr. Kirk in The Wolfman. Now, Wolfman, I believe, was 2010. Really, really good movie. And he does have some acting chops. Let's face it, he's really, really good at it. He does his job very well. And as Sen Buie is a minor character, he only has a little bit of time on screen, and then he'll have a little bit of time on screen a few seasons from now if they bring him back and they follow the book series to a T. Now, this was pretty exciting because, I mean, it was the first real bit of new information that we got out of Amazon in quite some time. So there you go. So again, if you haven't followed the Amazon reread on Twitter, please do so. We may get little tidbits like this more often now. All right, our next cast member we have here plays Marin Alvear. So we have Lolita Chakrabarty as playing Marin Alvear. Now, this is one of those castings lumped right in with Michael Tuaheen, who plays Bran Alvear, that we speculated a whole lot on recently because of leaks and whatnot. Now, Lolita, we kind of pretty much knew she was playing Marin Alvear, and everyone had accepted that. Now, if you look at the picture of her here, she could 100% pass for Madeline Madden's mom in real life, which bodes well for Egwene and Marin's relationship on screen. I'm really excited to see the two of them interact. Now, she's been acting since 1992, so she has a lot of acting experience behind her. Now, Michael Tuaheen, he's been acting since 99, so again, another actor with a whole lot of experience behind him. Now, these two castings are really good to know because now we basically have full families. We have the Cawthon family, we have the Alvear family, and they're completely, totally on screen. We have Rand's family as well because we know who's playing his father. The only thing we don't know is the people attached to Perrin because nothing's been released about that. And there's some speculation of why that is, but we're not going to get into that in this video. Now, this particular gentleman's been acting since 99, like I said, and he is a really good actor. The only complaint I've seen about anyone talking about him online playing Bran Alvear is that he doesn't match him physically. And that is because Bran Alvear in the books is very swarthy, and a number of times in the books they say you never trust a skinny innkeeper. So we don't know if Michael Tuaheen is going to bulk up for the role or if they're going to play it as is. Now, personally to me, I don't care. So long as he embodies the role of Bran and can actually channel him on screen and does a good job acting, I don't care what he looks like. But I'm pretty happy because, again, he could 100% pass for Madeline Madden's dad. So they're doing a really good job of casting families because the Cawthons look just like Barney Harris and these Alvears just look like Madeline Madden. So they're doing really good there. All right, so our last casting was Daisy Conger. Now, we talked about this probably a week or two ago, and I did a video speculating on this because information was released, and this was actually one of the images that I used back then, saying that she was going to play Daisy Conger, but no one was 100% for sure. So Mandy Simmons is an actress that is mainly known for stage, and she's been acting for a very long time. I won't get into a whole lot of her CV and her experience because, like I said, I just did a video on this not long ago. If you'd like, you can just go click on that and you can learn all about her. But again, she plays Daisy Conger, who ends up taking over as Wisdom of Mansfield after Nynaeve leaves and joins the rest of the Mansfield 5 and Moraine and Lan on their big adventure. So, again, another actress with a whole lot of experience behind her. So Amazon's setting themselves up really well here as far as experience and people who can actually act. Not a lot of these people are really big names. Again, they are minor roles. We don't expect them to have really, really massive names for a minor role, but they are all very experienced, very well-established actors and actresses, which really bodes well for the production. Now, what I'm really interested in is when we get onto the Forsaken, because we haven't seen a single bad guy cast yet, and I'm going to be doing some speculation on that in a video in the future. Alright, so thanks for sticking with me here to the end of the video. I really do appreciate it. If you like what I'm doing here, please leave a like. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please click that subscribe button. I usually release 1 to 2 videos per week based on Wheel of Time on Prime News and just on Wheel of Time stuff in general. They're not always at the same time, so make sure you click that notification bell so you know when I'm basically releasing a video. Alright, with all that out of the way, let's get on to the community section. Hi everyone, welcome to my community section. Now today I'm featuring Weaves of the Wheel. Now I'm a little embarrassed to admit I had no idea this even existed until earlier today. I mean, I feel kind of bad because it is an amazing community. I mean, it's really big and they feature a whole lot of different content creators and different people work very, very hard on this. Now it's an Instagram community, so it's based primarily on Instagram, although they do have a Twitter and a website as well. So I'm going to read a little blurb here that they sent me. Weaves of the Wheel is a social and entertainment community platform for Wheel of Time fans on Instagram, established in 2016. So it's been around for a few years. And like I said, I'm embarrassed to admit I didn't know till this morning. It's really, really cool. Join us for Wheel of Time news, games, art, and 24/7 fan discussion in our Instagram chat rooms, where you can connect with Wheel of Time fans from around the globe. Weaves of the Wheel also offers an RPG and storytelling platform for players interested in becoming Aes Sedai, Ashaman, Warders, Dark Friends, or Underground. With a whole world in your Instagram messages, Weaves of the Wheel offers its users an easy and accessible escape into Robert Jordan's world of the Wheel of Time. Find us on Instagram and send us a message to join us. So I've left their Instagram, their Twitter, and their website down below in the description box. Please go check them out if you don't know about them already, because it is an absolutely massive community that I literally knew nothing about, and I plan on spending the next couple of days going through it because there's a lot there. So I want to thank you all very, very much for sticking with me here to the very end of the video, and here's to many more.